What's up guys, back for another video. Today I'm looking at some of my old games that I used to play a long time ago. So what I have here is a Game Boy Advance. So before I start owning consoles and start playing where I am now, I really didn't really care for games, to be honest. Before, I always kind of social and wanted to be outside more and stuff. But once I started to play games, my first time was playing it was a Wii game. I remember playing it with my friends and my cousins. It was called New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, and I always had fun playing that. Like, it was definitely, I think playing with multiplayer always made it fun, because when I played it by myself versus playing with a bunch of people, it's definitely a lot more fun. Like, it makes the game more playable and makes you want to always play it again. And that's when I decided I wanted to I wanted to buy a console. But before I didn't. I thought maybe my brother had one, and we owned the DS, and that's when we had this, which was one of my favorite games I used to play. But when we get to that, so before I owned this, my brother, one of my older brothers, gave me a console. It was a kind of an older console. It was definitely because he gave me this one console. That's the one that's sitting right here, the Game Boy Advance SP. And I had a DS too, but my brother had that one because I think he got it for like a Christmas gift or something. And he wouldn't let me play on it because whatever reason. And but my mom, when my brother was giving me this, and decided, and I popped a game in. I think it was this game. I think it was this game. And I remember popping this in for the first time, and I'm like, dang, just one level, and I'm like, this is definitely awesome. Like, it's definitely funner. Like, it passes the time, and this was definitely something to do, and just kind of watching TV or just kind of being outside, staring into the abyss, figure out something to do. Like, this was definitely like, it gets you something to do when you're bored. Like, that's when I started to like video games, was right here. When I started to power this thing up, I'm just sitting there like, wow, there's a bunch of different games I could play on just a little tiny cartridge. And I'm just sitting there like, you know what? I'm going to go out and buy more games. I think this is really cool. So yeah, I'm trying to get this so you guys can see it. Let's try this. Hope I don't get too blurry. Okay. So one thing that this game has was multiplayer. I can't play it right now because I don't have another advanced Game Boy out. But I remember playing this game with a random kid at an airport or something, and I remember just going up to him, like, because I remember him having like a Game Boy. I think it was the wider one. It's not this one, but it was like more wider. And I asked him, "Hey, do you want to play a little game with me?" And I was like, I asked him like what games he had, and he said he had this one. And I said, same here. And we decided to fire up and play it. And since I never played multiplayer before, I thought that was a kind of cool idea. And the first time I played it, it was definitely like, so when you play a game by yourself versus playing a game with a different person, or with someone else, like a friend, it definitely makes the experience a lot funner, and definitely makes it, you want to do it again. Even though it was a one-off thing, but it was definitely cool. Like, and like, it's definitely something you don't want to forget. And it was definitely like, like, it was definitely a lot of fun. Like, I wish I can kind of show you what it was about, but we'll just say it was basically playing Fortnite nowadays and having 100 friends playing with you. That's how fun the experience was, and basically it was basically like kind of like what you're showing. Like you go through the level and with how many people you want. I think you can final up with like 4 players, and then you can all see if you can get to the end, like throwing each other off a building or whatever this is, and just kind of beating each other all the way till you get to the end, and whoever gets through the thing first beats that level, wins. And there's definitely not this game mode. Like, one thing that was very cool was when I'll go back here, is when we got bored of this. I remember it was still a long time before we went, on a plane. And I remember trying out, he suggested, hey, there's a different game mode on here. Did you ever tried it? And I said no. And we decided to play Mario Brothers, which is kind of like an arcade version of the game. You basically had to play the game to understand what I'm saying, but it was a very old Japanese game back in the 1980s, and I played it, and it's definitely not aged. Oh, it's aged good, but it's definitely not, fun. It's just kind of something to do, but I didn't really get into this game. I just kind of played it every once in a while, like when I was bored, yeah. But that's definitely kind of like I never thought we sit here showing you guys like all my experience with these games. Like, it's definitely nothing that exciting now. Like, it's all these games I just don't really play much anymore, but it's definitely cool going back and like seeing old games. Like, I remember on here I used to have pictures, make like pictures, and I don't know if it's on this one or on the other DS, but I remember on the DS you could like draw on it and you can put random faces. I want to show you guys my history here. So I wrote, okay. I don't need an SD card. Here. Okay, let's go back to, just kind of scroll backwards right here. Okay, just click on here. 2011. I had this system for that long. I don't know how, but I really don't know what that was supposed to be, so don't worry about, just ignore that. But yeah, here's all of my pictures, all this stuff I did. It was me trying to get